Relationships are everything. Welcome back, people, to Be Good Leadership. I am Ronnie Caldwell. And of course, once again, we're talking today about how we go about helping situations and people get better. And so, relationships are everything. No matter what people would like to say, they can make every type of one pager, any kind of document. They can put all kinds of things up on a board. They can produce all kinds of documentation. But if they don't have relationships, they're not going to be successful. If there's not positive growth promoting relationships happening in your organization, the chances that you're actually going to reach your KPIs, that you're going to reach the potential that your organization have or the people in your organization have, and your own potential, very small if you're not cultivating quality relationships. And what does every rich and authentic relationship look like? That's what we need to be thinking. And in all those relationships, the most important thing is that both people are committed to adding value to each other and helping each other grow. In every relationship that's really authentic, that's a great relationship, both people are committed to helping each other achieve what they're setting out to achieve. They're committed to helping each other for the sake of the other person. Not just because I want you to do this for me, but because I'm actually concerned and committed to helping you grow. Now, the majority of our relationships are going to be transactional. I know most people are saying, well, that takes time. It does, and we're going to talk. It takes time, it takes intentionality. But it's okay that the vast majority of relationships at work, just in life, when we go out to services, I'm doing this, I'm paying you for this service, you're giving me that service. Or I'm going to do this for you, you're going to do that for me. And it's very transactional. And that's okay. That's the reality of life. But when both parties in a relationship are willing to invest when they don't need to, when there's not necessarily an obligation, that's how great relationships are built. And over time, within our organizations, within our personal life, the more quality relationships we have that are this way, the more opportunities and the more growth that we'll get from it. But what does it take? Well, it takes, first of all, being intentional. You have to know, hey, I'm interested in adding value to this relationship, and then I want to see, how can I do that? It takes time. You've got to be willing to say, okay, it'll take me some time. I'm going to have to spend some time communicating with this person. I'm going to have to take some time getting to know this person. I might have to take time out of my schedule just to go and meet with them at some point in time. So you've got to be willing to give that time, and it's got to be thoughtful. It can't be just, I'm going to add value the way I think to add value. For instance, I love to go to the movie theater, right? So I might think that movie tickets are the thing. I love to eat and I love to go to the movies. So if people invite me out to the movies, or if they want to take me out to lunch or give me a little gift card so I can go to the movies or go eat lunch, I'm like, man, you've added so much value to me. But that's not for everyone. So being thoughtful is also how does that person need value added to their life, right? What does that person like? And so we deepen any relationship that we have. The way to deepen it is by adding value for the sake of the other person, not for our own sake. It's when we add value to a relationship because we know that that person deserves it, needs it, and we want to help them. Okay? That's authentic. So oftentimes people might say, well, how do I add value to a relationship? What are the different ways to do it? Well, there's so many. There's so many different ways. And we'll just go through a few. You can be making sure you're congratulating someone. They've been working really hard on something, or this is something that's really important to them, making sure to congratulate them for the achievement. Introducing someone to someone who, hey, that they have this interest in music, and this other person who is a music producer and they have a lot of experience in that. Man, maybe I can put you guys together because you guys might be able to help each other out, or this person might be able to add some value to you, that you might be able to ask them some questions and learn some things that you hadn't learned before. Introducing, listening, just being a person who's a listening ear. Sometimes so many people are able to answer the questions to their own problems just because someone's willing to sit and listen to them for a while. You can challenge someone. You can know, hey, I know you're working on this, but why don't you try this? What about this challenge? What about extending yourself a little bit more and seeing if this is really what you like? Because a person can find out so much about themselves and also be reinvigorated by new challenges in their field, the field that they love. You can choose to mentor someone if you know that, hey, I have a lot of knowledge in this particular field. I know this person wants to move forward in this way in terms of their relationships, in terms of their work. I can choose to mentor that person. I can be there to give them some guidance when they need it. I can remind a person. I can I can offer them some reading, a good book. I can be willing to teach them something. I can add some comfort when things aren't going well. These are all kinds of ways in which people can add value, and that's not the whole extensive list, right? But there's so many ways that we can be thinking about how to add value. When I say thinking, it has to be thoughtful. It has to be thoughtful because we have to see what they need. Someone who really is invested in a relationship and building relationships is thoughtful about how they can help this person. It means you have to be curious about them. You have to want to get to know them. And when you're getting to know the person authentically and the person realizes, oh, that person was listening. They were listening when I said that while I'm working right now in the music industry, what I really want to do is eventually be working with kids. I want to be working with kids and seeing how I can, work with kids who have learning exceptionalities or whatever. And this person has now introduced me to someone who runs a facility where they do that, right? That's the kind of thing where, oh, that person was listening to me. That person is interested in, that might not be their thing, but it's my thing. And this person is trying to help me further that, trying to add value to me in that way. That means a lot to people, that we're thinking about them. And then you have to be honest with yourself because yes, well, what if people might ask, well, Ronnie, what if I'm doing that and I'm not getting anything back from it? Well, that's a signal. That's a signal that you have to think about. If you're adding value and you're attempting that, is that person reciprocal in that way? And if they're not, that's okay. Well, then that's not going to be that kind of relationship. If both parties aren't interested to the same extent in adding value to each other, that gives you sort of an indication, well, how much should I actually invest in? Maybe this is not, for them, they're not interested in this relationship. It's not about forcing. It's not about being annoying. It's not about constantly staying on top of somebody and trying to sell yourself to them. We're talking about building authentic relationships that are reciprocal. We're talking about adding value. And when you're adding value to that person, if that person reciprocates and says, you know what, hey, well, here's how I can, add some value to you as well. That's a real relationship where both parties are going to grow from it. But if it becomes one-sided, whether at work or in your personal life, you really have to be honest with yourself about what you're investing into that. So relationships deepen because they become committed, because two people become committed to benefiting each other over time. And so when people are talking about how do I build relationships at work, how do I build a network, how do I make better relationships and friendships and everything else, oftentimes what we're thinking about is a little bit one-sided. Oftentimes we're thinking about what that person can do for us. Start by figuring out how you can benefit some other people. Start by becoming someone who is committed to adding value to others, is committed to helping in that particular way. Because when you do that, the vast majority of the time, you're going to find that people are willing to do that for you as well. The reciprocal benefit and the quality of the relationships that are built when people are committed to benefiting each other takes performance, takes opportunity, takes your life to the next level. I hope this was helpful today. If it's something that you are going to practice and you got benefit from it and you think others can get benefit from it, please share and visit our website at begoodleadership.org and stay tuned to the channel. And always be good.